Not gonna lie, guys, this week's comics have some really badass covers. Stay tuned for Spider Slayer's Haul, episode number 61. Yes, guys, welcome back to Comic Frontline, and you're with me, Mike Spider Slayer, bringing you Spider Slayer's Haul, episode number 61. This is a video series where each and every week, me, Mike Spider Slayer from Comic Frontline, shows you which comics I picked up at the comic book store. So, every week they come in this mysterious black bag, and I call it the mysterious black bag of comics, and soon we shall see what I have inside. So here we go, guys. First things first, let's uncover these comics, get rid of this bag, and just like a weekly tradition, we throw it on the floor, and then we move on. So the first thing I wound up getting was Images Plus. This has Where Here's Negan, part number 15. That's the whole reason why I get this, to read that story about Negan from The Walking Dead. And then also it has some cool previews in here that's upcoming for Image Comics if you want to know what's coming out. So that's pretty cool there. Alright, next we wound up getting this free one-shot book. It's called Hydrabot, the Chic Hydrabot and the Transformers. He transforms into a razor, and it looks like he's teaming up with the Autobots. And I'm not going to lie, guys, this is it's a pretty big story for this freebie comic book here. So it was just sitting on the stand, and I grabbed it and decided to see what it was. So yeah, Hydrabot and the Transformers. Don't forget the shave. Looks like someone has. So, anyway, maybe I'll call upon Hydrabot. Alright, next we go diving into the actual real comics this week, and from DC Comics we have Superman Action Comics. This is issue number 982. This is Revenge, where we have all the basically Superman's like rogues gallery fighting against him. Here he's got Zod, and he's got Cyborg Superman and Mongol and everything else, and there's just no way that Superman can pull off this victory against all these bad villains. So I don't know, we'll see what happens with this issue. It's been a solid story so far. Action Comics has been great. So this is issue number 982 for the price of $2.99. Alright, so next we have The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 29, written by Dan Slott, and the artwork is done by Stuart Immonen. This time around, we have the Superior Octopus, which is a young Dr. Octopus, and he's wearing like a Spider Hydra suit, and he's kicking Spider-Man's ass. So we'll see how this all ties into the whole Secret Empire thing, and if this is better written than the whole Green Goblin story that we got in the last story arc. So looking forward to it, and yeah, we'll see where it goes. So Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 29. Alright, next, talking about another Spider book. We have Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider, as it looks like he's fighting Kane in this issue. And this story has been progressively getting better, which is good, because now he's back in his normal costume. And I like how in the last issue, they made fun of themselves, basically what he was wearing in the past. So now he's got this costume back, and he got it from a bunch of like cosplayers or people that are posing as Spider-Man. So I thought it was cool, and again, he's doing battle against Kane. So this is Scarlet Spider issue number 4 already. It's hard to believe we're on 4 on that. Alright, next, coming from the X line, we have Cable issue number 2. Last issue was very underwhelming for me. We had Cable that goes into the Wild West. He defeats guys with laser guns. This time he goes to Japan. He fights people with swords. This time, instead of winning, he gets his ass kicked. But that's all that happened in the last issue. We don't know the extent of it. So we'll see where it goes. This is Cable issue number 2, written by James Robinson. Alright, next. this cover is so sweet. This is the Edge of Venomverse issue number 1. Kind of plays tribute to this cover that I have over here with the Venomized cover for all new Wolverine. You know, you guys can see that. Yeah, it's over there. So it's very similar to that. But this looks so cool, man. I love how the eyes are up on the mask and everything. And then you get to see, like, Laura is actually, like, in the tank in there. So that is so cool. And I can't wait to see what this has to, you know, what it has to offer for its readers leading into Venomverse. So this is issue number 1 of that. It's definitely an awesome cover. Next is Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, issue number 23. This is otherwise known as Fracture, part 2, as maybe we're possibly seeing the collapse of the Green Lantern Corps and the Yellow Corps actually working together here. So it's been cool seeing these two team up here, and same with these two working side by side, but I don't know about the rest of the Lanterns. So Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, issue 23. Can't talk. All right, next, Dennis Hopeless's Jean Grey. We're on issue number 3, right? Yep, issue number 3 with this particular book. Looking forward to reading this one. This time she's going to try to discover herself and find out how her powers work and stuff like that, you know, by exploring Namor. So I can't wait to talk about this one. So this is Jean Grey, issue number 3. Great book so far. Next, one of my favorite independent books is Saga. This is chapter 44. The last issue we had a 25-cent issue and really got the reader caught up to what's going on in all of our characters' life. And it was a very heavy story for such a cheap issue, and it was like a full issue. So really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what this next story brings here in the story arc. So this is chapter 44 of Saga. All right. So everyone's probably reading Secret Empire. You know, I heard a couple people dropping it, but for the most part, people are staying with it. We are on issue number 5. Cool cover here, too, as we get to see all our heroes are overwhelmed, and Hawkeye is just cowering in fear as you get to see this ominous shadow, and he's like desperately about to shoot his arrow at this guy, and he's all bloodied and beat, and all his Avenger friends are like dead. They're not dead. They're just on the ground. It's like a traditional comic book cover where you think they're dead, but they're not dead. They're just lying there unconscious. So this is Secret Empire issue number 5. All right. Next is book 4 of Supergirl Being Super. This has been a fantastic story. I wish that this was the main story in the DC Supergirl universe. It's been very emotional. Kara loses her friends. She has these powers that go on again and off again. And we find out that she meets someone from her planet. And this guy's very evil. It's a great book. If you guys have not read a Supergirl book, and maybe you might want to get into the character one way or another, this is something I definitely recommend to you guys. It's a great book. Supergirl Being Super, book 4. All right. Next has been one of my... a story that I never thought would be good, you know, not even just the Weapon X story, but this whole Weapons of Mutant Destruction. This is part 2 of this story, ties into Weapon X. It's been a great story. The book is hilarious in many ways in this dark, you know, thing that goes on, but the story somehow not only revolves around mutants and mutants being captured, but it revolves around food. And I think when Craig Pak writes this book, I think he likes to eat a lot of pizza and popcorn and sandwiches while he's writing it, because it's all over the place in this comic book. All you see is these Weapon X people eating all the time. And here we got this Hulk mutant. It looks awesome. I can't wait to read this next chapter in this story. So this is Weapons of Mutant Destruction, part 2, takes place in a totally awesome Hulk, issue number 20. All right. Next, we have XMen Blue, written by Colin Bunn. We now have Jimmy Hudson in this universe, and they're fighting all these other X-Men from the other Ultimate Universe as well. It'll be interesting to see if Cullen Bunn continues to tap into this Ultimate Universe, and why are these Ultimate Universe characters coming back and forth? Is that going to be something that we're going to see in the future when it comes to Marvel Legacy? Time is still yet to say, but this is a good book overall. I can't wait to see its development with more Magneto in here. So this is X-Men Blue, issue number 6. All right, another really badass cover in here, and this is the only book I will get when it comes to this whole crossover. This is Batman and Elmer Fudd, issue number 1. This is a great cover as we get to see Elmer Fudd sitting there, you know, searching and sneaking, and he's like, meh, or be very quiet, I'm searching for rabbits. But here he's like, I'm searching for bats. And he got his gun there, his rifle, and then you get to see the shadow of the bat in the background. So that's really cool. So really looking forward to seeing this. When you open up the interior art, it's very like dark-like. So this is what I was kind of hoping for when it came to this crossover book. So this is Batman and Elmer Fudd, issue 1. And then last but not least, I don't read this story at all, but I had to pick it up for cover only. It's just like it was when I was a kid. And this is Marvel's The Punisher, issue number 13, the Mary Jane variant. And it sits there and says, she's different, she's deadly, she's Mary Jane Watson. And it's so cool. And look who she's shooting, right? I mean, that is perfect. She's shooting Mephisto. It's just perfect in this, you know, Spider-Man universe or whatever. So I guess he's the whole thing, the reason why Mary Jane and Peter are not married anymore. So it's a really cool cover. So awesome to have this in my collection, even if I don't read it or whatever the case may be. Just a nice cover to have. Probably one of my favorite covers of the year, behind this Edge of Venomverse cover. So, there you guys have it. There is the haul for the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now it's your turn in the comments below to tell me which books you picked up for the week, which ones you're most excited for, which ones you're not so excited for. And guys, as always, thank you so much for watching Comic Frontline. We can't do it without you. Don't be sure to check out all the others reviews on here. Check out comicfrontline.com for all the latest news articles and a whole bunch more. And guys, every Tuesday night we have our live show that takes place between 9:30 and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when we start the show. We talk about our top 5, the comic books news, and a whole lot more. It's just we will not have a show this Tuesday because it is the 4th of July. But just want to shoot that out there in case you haven't watched our live show before. So, again, guys, thank you as always. And until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spider signing off, and we'll see you soon. Bye.